Good morning, Patsy. It's Monday, and I'm going to tell you about Thursday, March 17th, when I went to visit you at Hofstra University in New York. Most of Thursday was spent traveling, and most of that traveling involved trains. I haven't traveled in trains very often, but I have decided that I like them very much. This train in particular was special because of this lady right here, who called everyone sweetie and liked to announce over the intercom interesting facts like how this one town was the originator of the Morgan horse. There was a lot to see at the various stops, and my favorite passenger was this man who packed even more lightly than I did. He carried only a small wooden basket and a large empty picture frame. While the train stations were interesting, the view from my window was most often a real-life representation of the board game Rivers, Roads, and Rails. It was also pretty. I never even tried to take a nap. The rivers I've seen in Vermont are rather small, and I've heard it said that people from Maine call Vermont rivers streams and people from Vermont call Maine mountains hills. I was forced to reevaluate my opinion as we traveled further south because the streams got bigger and bigger. I suppose that makes geographic sense. Now if only the Vermonters would stop making fun of our mountains. Our tour guide ticket taker announced that we would be passing a waterfall that corresponded to a man-made dam. I took out my camera, but it turned out I was on the wrong side to see the falls. Oh well, this side was pretty too. My neighbor in the opposite seat got a good look though. She was taking a video too. I liked her. We never spoke, but she was nice and quiet, like me. Not everyone was quiet though. I had the misfortune to be sitting directly behind a woman who apparently considered every moment spent not talking on the phone a wasted moment. Thankfully, she ended up taking a nap. I still resisted sleepiness because there were so many interesting things to see out my window, like this apparently abandoned shack in the middle of a swamp. Somewhere in Massachusetts, we had to stop and change tracks, which meant changing direction. Our friendly tour guide ticket taker warned us that we should stay on the train and not to leave to help the crew switch over the tracks, or else you will be abducted by alligators and turned into stew. Tasty. We didn't stop in a very interesting place, but perhaps that was for the best. I wouldn't want anyone to be tempted to leave the train and be abducted by alligators. We managed to switch tracks without any alligator incidents, which meant that I was now traveling backwards. I discovered to my relief that traveling backwards, on a train at least, does not make me nauseous. Having left the Vermont woods behind, I began to see signs of the city appear, like graffiti. In addition to graffiti, there were signs of power lines everywhere. And behind the power lines was an odd building that appeared to have been built upside down. Upside down, backwards, over, under, and through, the twisting roads of Vermont have nothing on the complexity of the layers of roads in the city. Bridges over bridges and roads under roads, I would never be able to keep track of it all. Having just come from Vermont, where you're generally in a wooded area, but when you can see the horizon, it's all mountainous, it was very strange to see instead a forest of square buildings stretched to the horizon. I know I'm talking like a bumpkin who's never seen the city. I have seen the city before, it's just that I see it so seldom I'm better able to spot the differences. Some things are the same, like the beauty of a sunset. The sunset was gone, and it was dark by the time I reached Hofstra and found Patsy. Say hello, Patsy.
Hello!
Patsy's room has an entire wall of windows. It's very nice. We promptly turned around and headed out, because it was St. Patrick's Day. While we were in the car with her friends, this happened, and I knew I was among my own kind. Thus ended the first day of my trip, and I will tell you about Friday on Wednesday. DFTBA.
Don't you dare close your eyes!